Hi, my name is Beena Patel, and I am a counselor for candidates applying to physician assistant school. And I am really honored to be walking this path alongside you and to be a guide. And I wanted to share more about who I am and what brought me to this role today. I graduated from Touro College in Manhattan, and some of the experiences that I've had clinically are working at some of the top academic institutions in New York City, including Columbia University Medical Center, Weill Cornell Medical College, and Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. I've had a wide range of experiences, from working in inpatient bone marrow transplant to also then working in genitourinary oncology, as well as working as a sub-investigator on clinical trials. And so I got to see different pieces, including clinical aspects, as well as research and understanding how research studies and clinical trials work. One of the things that I am deeply passionate about, which is where my path kind of led me to a different avenue, is that while I was working in these cancer institutions, I learned that there's something called integrative medicine, and I was able to learn about different holistic healing practices, which then steered my path to where I am today, where I'm also trained in yoga and health coaching. And so what I do now is a mix of holistic health coaching, teaching yoga, also being certified in yoga for cancer, so being able to provide that in a clinical setting, and understanding how we can bridge Western medicine as well as Eastern traditions to provide a more holistic form of healthcare. In school, I was deeply involved with education, helping my peers, as well as understanding what goes into the admissions process. And I did help the faculty members with some of the admissions process in terms of interviewing some of the students and also understanding more about students' expectations when faculty was not present. And so it was a really beautiful experience that helped me to understand what goes into the process from behind the scenes. Awards and recognitions, I did graduate in the top 15% of my class. And so I graduated with honors and was then inducted into Pi Alpha Honor Society. I believe that the key to success in physician assistant school is to come with determination, to come with presence and with perseverance, and honoring that the journey can be imperfect, just as we are as humans. I believe that the combination of these qualities and attributes can then unfold as success, not just for the short term, but for the long term. I'm deeply compassionate, and I believe that even though I have a gift in empowering people, I also bring compassion into the picture. And something that I find, especially when you're going through a process as vulnerable as applying to graduate school and expecting the best outcomes, and also honoring that sometimes you can get rejections, maybe put on wait lists. How do you navigate those other pieces of the pie? What I really enjoy in my work and what I'm really passionate about is helping people to learn to be compassionate with themselves. I hold a beautiful space, a container of empowering people to see their best, to take all parts of them, weaknesses, strengths, things that they might not even see within themselves, bringing all of that together, integrating, and understand how can you bring your whole self to the forefront in process of applying to schools, in your interviews, and also in the world. And so going through this transformative journey with me means that I will hold you accountable and do it with compassion. Meaning I can see when you wobble, I can see when you don't see something incredible about yourself. And I will empower you so that you know that these skills are within yourself and that you are in a safe space to expand yourself into that next version of yourself, and to ultimately become the clinician and the person you are here to be. My greatest strengths as a coach and as a consultant are that I see people for who they really are, and I challenge people to accept themselves authentically. So as you will be prepared for interviews, as you're going through the application process, rather than helping you to become someone that you think you need to be on paper for someone else, I help you show up as who you really are. And I find that when people show up as who they really are, this is when you are accepted into the schools that are truly right for you. This is when the right opportunities come your way, and this is when your expansion feels less of something that you're pushing to attain and rather a natural unfolding that you get to participate in. I see the future clinician you're here to be. I also see the human and your human potential that you get to live up to. I'm passionate about helping physician assistant students because, again, I believe that when this world knows more people who are a force for good, who are honoring their infinite human potential, as well as their path in becoming a robust and an incredible clinician, that we're going to see this world change for the better. And so I believe that this is a journey of inner transformation, that you're going to be seeing parts of yourself you have yet to discover, and that all of you is going to be coming to the forefront of this process. And I'm deeply passionate about this work because I know that it's one thing to become a clinician. It's a whole other thing to understand your infinite possibilities, your potential as a human. And once you start unraveling both journeys together, you're going to realize that the most incredible part of this journey is not just seeing how you can serve at this higher level, that yes, you are this astute clinician, but also you're very human. And as you embrace that, you're going to see this beautiful ripple effect in your community, with your patients, with the people that you impact both directly and indirectly, that you're here for something much greater than even simply holding this title. And that's a really beautiful journey.